Welcome, everyone. My name is Doug Stampley, and I am the client care specialist here at Healing Families. I have a very, very special guest today, Beth Fischer. Hello, Beth. How are you today?
Hi, Doug. I'm doing great. I'm so excited to be here and share some great news with everybody.
We're ready for it. I think there's something happening sometime soon.
There is. We are taking pre-orders for my first book, On the Other Side of Pain, Healing After Betrayal. And I could not be more excited. This is a book that I wish I would have had when I was going through this. And I'm going to give everybody a little secret too. If people do pre-order this book, they're going to get a special bonus as well that we're going to talk about at the end of this video. So lots of good things to talk about today.
I love it. I love it. And thank you for allowing me to kind of get a little behind the scenes here because I know in the book, part one is devoted to understanding betrayal trauma, like getting that
Hmm.
really deep understanding of it. And we just talked about chapter four, which is what is the misassignment of responsibility. So you explained that. And now chapter five builds on that, and it's misassignment of responsibility and mind body conflict. So now I'm
Yes.
very curious. Misassignment of responsibility first is a term that a lot of people aren't familiar with. And then we
That's
also
right.
have the mind body conflict piece. So can you help us understand a little bit more
Absolutely.
why this is so important?
Yes, I absolutely, Doug. In fact, it's so important that I've devoted a few chapters to this. So if people haven't watched the video that you and I recorded about chapter four, that would be a great one to go find, do a search for it, and watch that because I explain what misassignment of responsibility is. In this chapter, chapter five, I go a little bit deeper because this misassignment of responsibility affects our mind and our body in a very, very profound way, and it's extremely confusing. So, meaning that in the betrayed partner's body, it's very
Hmm.
confusing. So, here's an example. When I'm trying to explain misassignment of responsibility, I usually use examples because it makes more sense.
Hmm.
So, a lot of times, the unfaithful partner will use their sex life as an excuse for why they had an affair, why they were watching porn, whatever it is. So, this is an example I use a lot in this chapter to try to explain what I mean by misassignment of responsibility affecting the mind and the body. So, as soon as the brain of the betrayed partner hears, oh, lack of sex was the reason my partner cheated on me or had an affair or was a porn addict. As soon as they hear that, the brain memorizes that and says, oh, lack of sex causes pain.
Hmm.
That's as primal as the brain gets. The brain
Hmm.
doesn't get into deep psychology. The brain is like, oh, okay, he told you lack of sex caused this, or she told you lack of sex caused that. So the brain will link those two things together. Lack of sex causes pain. So now the brain is going to push the betrayed partner to be intimate, to be
Hmm.
sexual with their partner,
Hmm.
because the brain doesn't want pain. The brain wants to avoid potential pain. So the betrayed partner, not all of them, but some of the betrayed partners can kind of go into this hysterical bonding where they become very sexual after the affair or the addiction is brought to surface because their brain is pushing them to do that to
Hmm.
avoid potential pain. Now, this is the fascinating part, Doug. Their brain is also in a trauma state.
Hmm.
When we're in a trauma state, our brain turns off libido. It
Hmm.
also turns off digestion as well. So if there's any betrayed partners out there dealing with digestive issues, it's a sign that your nervous system is probably in a high stress state. But that's for another chapter. So now you've got a betrayed partner whose brain is saying you need to have more sex so you don't get hurt again, but the
Hmm.
brain has also turned off the libido so that
Hmm.
they don't want sex. What a conundrum for the
Wow. Yeah.
betrayed partner. So if the betrayed partner goes into that hysterical bonding, right? Now they're taking on the responsibility of keeping themselves safe. not getting hurt again by being overly sexual with their partners. So they're
Hmm.
taking on the full responsibility when in reality, it's not the betrayed partner's job at all to do any of those things. That's where the word misassignment comes in. It's not up to the betrayed partner. The only job the betrayed partner has is to heal, not to be sexual, not to try to have this perfect marriage. That's not their role. Their role is to protect themselves. It's the unfaithful partner's job. It's their role to get healthy and to get to the root cause of why they did what they did. It's not because of lack of sex. I know they think it is, some of them, but it's really not. That was a symptom. That's not the disease. They've got to do their individual work to get to the true root cause. And that's what we help them do. So that's kind of a bigger explanation, but there's a lot more about it in the book.
Yeah, yeah. And Beth, as you're sharing this, and I'm just like fascinated by this, but it almost seems like when a betrayed partner is like, letting that brain kind of lead, but because of the trauma, they don't feel safe. It almost feels like they're being more vulnerable and they're trying to, it almost seems like it could be more harmful in that situation because the sex isn't coming from a place of healthy intimacy where you feel safe. You're doing this where it seems like it could almost cause more harm in some ways.
That's exactly what happens. And that's why I've devoted so much of this section 1 in the book about this misassignment of responsibility, because it will keep betrayed partners stuck in pain.
Mm.
We want to get them to the other side, hence the name of the book, On the Other Side of Pain. I don't want betrayed partners doing anything to save the relationship or to fix the marriage. It's not a marriage thing, it's not a relationship thing. I want betrayed partners to find ways to where they are calm within themselves. I want them to learn about boundaries, build up their confidence, build back up their self esteem, so that they're not falling into these traps that I call misassignment of responsibility.
Hmm. Wow, 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 wow. This is so, so good. So
Mm.
if people want to, if you're listening right now and you're like, I've got to get my hands on that book, I want to learn more, please look for that link below. That's going to be the pre-order link for the Kindle version that's going to come out on January 14th of 2026. But if you do that now, because some people might be like, well, why not just wait? Well, now's the time to find out why it's important to take action now. Because I think there's a special bonus which people cannot get anyplace else other
Mm-hmm.
than pre-ordering the book right now. Beth, would you like to share what's waiting for
I
them?
would love to share because I love giving bonuses out. So, for anybody that pre-orders the book, first of all, the price is $9.99. The price will go up. This is pre-order sale, right? After January 14th, that price is going to go up. But I also created a special video just for betrayed partners. And this video it's about an hour long, little over an hour. And I created it specifically because I wanted to give betrayed partners not just information, but tools to
Hmm.
help them get through tough days. So the name of the video, this bonus video, if they pre-order the book, it's how to get through the holidays and difficult days all year long. Because
Mm.
there are so many days where the betrayed partners have to put on this, I call it the Vanna White smile, where they just have to pretend everything's fine. That is so traumatizing for the
Yeah.
betrayed partner. It's so difficult. It's an energy sucker
Mm.
when they have to just sit there and pretend everything
Yeah.
is great when inside they're just dying. So this is a video that is first of all going to validate what they're experiencing, but then it's going to give them some tools to help them kind of work through those difficult days. But really, I created it because I want to give them hope. I want them to know that there is another side and that you don't have to go year after year after year dreading holidays, dreading birthdays, dreading anniversaries. But we've got to do the healing first to get there. So $9.99 bonus video plus the Kindle version. delivered right to your device on January 14th. But they don't need to have a Kindle device. They can
Right.
just go to kindle.com and they can watch it on their computer.
Right. And they also don't have to wait till January 14th to get access to the 1 hour bonus video
That's
either.
right. That they can get right away.
Right away. Yeah,
That's
with the
immediate.
holidays coming here, that would be important to take advantage of right away.
That's right. Absolutely.
Awesome. So please look for that link below. And in addition, if you would like more information about Beth or about our team, about healing after betrayal, please go to healingwithbeth.com. You'll find a lot of other complimentary resources there. And you'll also find a link so that if you are in that state where I really need some support right now, you can click on a link and schedule a call with me, and I'd be happy to get on a complimentary call, no pressure obligation, and help you figure out what those next steps along your healing journey could look like. So hopefully you will take advantage of these things and we will connect with you soon. Beth, thank you so much for giving us a little behind the scenes look at the book here and everything. This is so exciting.
It is. I'm very excited. So yes, I am so excited about this book. This is a book I wish I would have had when I was going through it. I would have done so many things so differently had I had a book like this. So it's
Yeah,
a one-stop shop. This book will have everything a betrayed partner needs right within those pages.
I love it. I love it. So if you're listening, please, we look forward to connecting with you soon. Thank you for your time, Beth.
Thank you, Doug.